What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Shadow of the Depth. This is a pulse-pounding dungeon crawler. This one will actually keep you moving. It'll get your blood pumping. This is a top-down homage to Gauntlet, from what I can tell. It seems to have sort of that hack-and-slash vibe to it, with lots of iframes, lots of dodging, different characters, different character classes, different stuff that characters do that ultimately add up to you also getting perks and things inside the dungeon as they roguelitify the game in order to create a build so that you can go the distance and get down to the bottom of a dungeon that is spawning monsters all over the countryside that I think murdered most people's families in the character cast. So far, I've only played as a couple characters inside of the game. I've been playing for the last 2 hours or so. We've got a shield pick up there. Yeah, I'll take a sword and shield. It's better than the wooden one that I got right now. Go ahead and take that. But if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, it will be out very, very shortly in early access. The interesting thing about this game's early access is that it already seems to be reasonably content-rich. Like, it seems like all of the characters are already implemented, so there's none of those tricky spots that you run into with a lot of early access games where it's like, we've got 6 characters, but you can only play as 2 of them right now. Most of the characters already seem to be up and inside. I don't know where that flame tornado came from. Oh, is it like part of my combo? Nice. I just upgraded this guy, so I just got a new ability, which I guess is that cleansing flame tornado. Our character is the paladin. There's a paladin, and I haven't. So you got to do some runs to unlock some guys. I've unlocked the archer, Phyllis. She's actually quite good. I consider her to kind of be like the easy mode character. Because she focuses on bows and ranged combat, and all of her abilities are animal summons, so she's kind of like a ranger, I guess, build, which makes the game actually quite a lot simpler, puts it a little bit on easy mode for you if you're struggling with the title. The paladin, we got to get in there and we got to scrum with the enemy, which means we're going to be on the front lines to getting whooped. The benefit is that we've got ourselves really high attack power in exchange, and also we've got a block that basically gets rid of all damage from any attack. It also comes with a perfect parry where if you time it just right, it will make the enemy get stunned for a considerable chunk of time or reflect their bullet back at them, which is obviously a big boon as well. On top of the link that's down below in the description, getting back to what I was saying, you can also check out my Twitch stream down there. It's been a little quiet on the Twitch lately, so I'd love to see you swing on through. I stream more or less 4 or 5 days of the week. I think I make more content over there than I do over here, but this content isn't on a schedule. You can kind of watch it whenever you want. But the VODs are still up over there. But let's dive straight on into Shadow of the Depth. I think they've done... So I checked this game out when they were in demo format a little while ago. And the game was good. You could see the bones there, but there was a clunkiness to it that I recall feeling when I was playing through the game, and also a lot of the characters and stuff like that were missing. Now that the game is actually out in full release, I'm happy to say that they've gone ahead and they've fixed a lot of the things that I talked about in the previous video. The game's feeling pretty good right now. I can get Flame Strike, I can shoot a fireball, huh? Okay, either that or I can get a 20% chance to get coins every time I hit an enemy. There's just something badass about whooping the chains out of somebody's pockets. Like, if you get knocked out so hard that change falls out of your pockets, that was the ass whooping of the ages. And I would like to have my character infused with that power, but this game controls very simply. You've got WASD to move around, you've got spacebar that allows you to dash. Different characters have different dashes at different speeds and different, I guess, like cooldowns and things like that, depending on their agility stat. We've got some weapons over here inside this little shop area. I don't really want anything other than the Dragon Heart, because that increases my HP. The other stuff is all kind of like a side grade as of right now. Left click is going to allow you to attack. The game also has gamepad support, just in case you are wondering about that, and you're a Steam Deck aficionado. The first time you go on into the game, they're going to ask you what control scheme you would prefer to use. This room's going to be a little bit more complicated. Go ahead and wipe them out real quick, see if I can put some damage on you. You also have special abilities you can fire off, so I've got like a swirly twirly right there. The ability is given to you by the weapon that you currently have equipped. So you are going to, sometimes there will be a weapon that maybe doesn't have the attack power you want, but it's got a very, very strong, ooh, they got a shield bash in my combo now too. This guy's had a couple upgrades since the last time I played him, and so I'm still feeling out all of the things that I've acquired. But your weapon gives you your E ability that allows you to fire off different attacks and whatnot, and these are myriad. For some characters, they're going to be pretty predictable, so in the case of the Ranger Druid, you're going to have yourself different animal summons, and then once you have an animal summoned, if you hit the button again, they will do various attacks that will kind of change around. In a little bit, we're also going to get an ultimate ability on our R key. For this character, the ones that I've had are like Sword Cyclones. I think I've had a charge where he does like a jump and stomp at the end of the charge that blows up the arena with holy magic. And so there are a number of different things that you can get inside of this game, and each character class plays kind of differently. And what I noticed is in the metagame upgrades that you get in between runs, oh, we walked into a trap, huh? All right, unleash the ladies speaking Latin. It's go time. We'll wipe out some slimes over here and see what we can get done. But there's also an ability in the metagame progression that I noticed that allows you to get all drops from all characters inside every single run. And so I'm actually really curious how that's going to open the game world up as well. Like, can I have a paladin that primarily uses a bow? Can I have a samurai, you know what I mean, that uses like a spear? Kind of interesting stuff there, but I haven't gotten to that metagame upgrade just yet. These little bomber guys are a menace, dude. Who are we up at? Oh, I thought they were going to summon a boss. Usually there's a boss at the end of the challenge room. Another dragon heart. Very nice for this character because one of his principal perks is that he's got a lot of HP and a lot of defense. So anything that leans on into that is good. It's also got a secondary bonus for us where every single health potion in this game is percentage based. They did that on purpose because different characters have different health values in accordance with like how big or how small they are. And so picking up a dragon heart is also kind of an upgrade to every single health potion in the game. We got to get around behind these guys because they got those bone gauntlets that are going to wipe out all of our attacks. There we go. We'll go ahead and shield bash him down real quick. He was about to attack, but I'm not really that worried about it. Let's whirl around behind you. The blocks and the parries and the dodges in this game, they do come with iframes, and the iframes feel tasteful if somewhat generous, but I prefer generous iframes in all honesty. Those like little 2-frame animations that you've got to memorize can be a little fiddly for me nowadays, so I don't really mind it too much. Pickups that you're going to get from enemies are kind of diverse. You never really know what's going to drop inside of this game. So there's skill books. Those are going to give you new passives and new actives that you can pop off on the enemy. There's also upgrade books that will take one of your actives or one of your passives and upgrade it and make it better. There's gold. There's health potions, there's mana potions. My character doesn't really use mana, strangely enough, so we don't really need to concern ourselves with it too much, but other characters can definitely be a little bit more mana thirsty, and so those blue potions that you see laying around are mana potions that allow them to get their mana back. It does regenerate on its own, but it does take a little bit of time, and so you may not always have the mana available that you want to have in a lot of these situations if you're playing a more casty boy character that leans into the mana direction a little bit heavier. No boss this time either. Sometimes there's like a big boss guy that's going to spawn at the end of those little arenas, and thus far we've gotten lucky because those bosses can be a little bit of a hellraiser. Block him real fast, go ahead and wipe these dudes out. We got some zombies and top hats cruising around. I need all these dudes to go away. I'm loving the enemy density in this build. That's actually the one thing that sold the game for me entirely, is I feel like not enough games lean into... Ooh, that's an all-around upgrade? Okay, we'll grab that in just a second. Not enough games lean into enemy density. I love Dynasty Warriors. All right, I will not back off that hill. Has the game been a little bit redundant for the last 20 years? Has it really done anything new and or original? No, it hath not. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to play Dynasty Warriors every single time it comes out, because how many games other than like Vampire Survivors now allow me to wipe out a million bajillion enemies with one ability and then jump on a horse and ride away to go fight another spot? I liked the Berserk adaptation of it. I like pretty much anything Dynasty Warriors-y, and I like the fact that since the demo, this game has really leaned into enemy density and made the game a lot more chaotic. So we've got ourselves a skill book here. I will take that. We can increase the size of our attack by 20%. That's pretty good. We can get an ultimate skill, which allows us to do a big slash at the end of a charge and stuns everyone around us for 1 second. It looks like we can get some HP back by using skills. I'll probably go for the increase in my attack size. 20% is pretty considerable. And then we'll also take the HP right there. That's the gate to the next level. But I'm not done exploring. The good news is there's a little bit of quality of life in this game that they've foreseen this problem, where it's a game where you really do want to go through and kind of backtrack and get all the different areas, because there you go right there. We've got a couple of weapons over here that might be upgrades. We've got another 20 HP right there that we've added to our roster. And then we also had a skill book back here. I will probably go with shop discounts, generate a shield when you use skills that blocks 10 damage, up to 5 stacks. That might be nice. Magic ward, yeah. So if I use that right there, there's my magic shield. And what does that do? I got to go to my character screen real fast. So what does unflinching do? Immune to all damage for 1 second. That's actually pretty baller. And I'm getting damage mitigation each time that I pop it. And it looks like it stacks and it doesn't have a duration. So I can kind of get ready for a fight by popping my abilities prematurely and just kind of not caring. That's sort of dope. As you go through the game, as I said, there's roguelite elements to this game. You're going to get XP based on how far into the dungeon you get. There are different biomes. The game does not end after the first boss. There's a jungle after this that I actually got thwacked pretty good when I went through. I'm going to kind of not be in the middle of all these nerds. There we go. I'm going to give them a little bit of heat, but I also feel a little bit scared about how large they are. We're starting to get some of the more... Oh, there's an elite right there. All right, so we're going to want to be careful with this guy down here. He's going to split into a bunch of duplicates of himself. When we get his HP down to a certain level, he's also going to have ranged attacks and whatnot that we want to watch out for. It looks like he can also attack through right there. He doesn't get stunned the way that I want him to get stunned. So whenever I go in after him, I'm going to pop my bubble shield because we got lots of mana potions around. There we go. And we got him dropped. Good stuff. We lost a little bit of HP right there, but not as bad as it would have been had I not had that damage mitigation ability right there. So that's good. We're starting to get to some of the more projectile-y enemies. This game does have the thing going on that a lot of RPGs have nowadays, where ranged characters kind of just play the game different. A lot of the enemies in this game seem to be designed in order to elicit challenge from melee characters and having to learn the fight, whereas my experience on the ranged character is I don't really need to learn the fight. I just summon my summon, it runs in, it tanks the entire time, holds aggro, and I just fire arrows from the backfield. I was on the fence about that because I've been a big proponent for a long time that ranged characters should have to play the game too, with the same stakes that a melee character does. However, in the case of this game, the ranged characters do provide you with a little bit more of like an easy breezy experience going through the game. And I think for people that, you know, don't have the reflexes or don't have the skill or whatever else, I'm saying that as respectfully as possible, it gives you a nice breather mode that you can play on that will allow you to sort of enjoy the game at your own pace without having to be crazy dodgy and all reflex based. Right now, ooh, that's a nice sword and shield combo right there. I'll take that. Wipe these guys out. There's a lot of enemies around right now, though. I want the little range guys to go first, but these little putty dudes over here, it's fine if we wipe them out as well. I've got 30% mitigation on my next hit. Hell yeah. That's going to be a really nice thing to have. Just whoop the brakes off those cats. Range guy, can you get out of here, please? Still some zombies and spear guys in the back that need to be dealt with. Good. I have been pleased with the skill assortment so far. With the skill assortments, there's things that change the way that you pace your combos in order to get bonuses. This looks like it gives us, so we're losing our paladin bubble, but we get a ground smash that stuns all around us, and it has a chance to light enemies on fire. This is all randomized, by the way, like the primary and secondary effects, so you never quite know what you're going to see. But I have been pleasantly pleased as I've been playing through the game right now with the amount of modifiers and things that can be on weapons. They lean a little bit heavily in the passive direction for me rather than the active direction, but still, the passives here are nice to pick up along the way. I'll probably, yeah, we'll do that right there. Kind of get rid of some of these range dudes out here as well. Oh boy, I'm overcommitting right now. I'm pulling more packs on accident while I'm trying to avoid all these bullets. There we go. Let's keep ourselves just sort of moving. But as you can see, it's a very frenetic game where you've really got to pay attention and you've got to have some reflexes to stay out of the way of some of the attacks. And it feels fair. Like, they're really generous with, like, the dodge iframes and with the block iframes. So if you get hit, it's just you slipped, man. That's about it. It's nobody's fault other than your own if you get hit, because the game is really generous with the way that it gives you freebies as you're going through. I'm going to pull back a little bit. Maybe get like a little slam right there. Nobody got lit on fire. That's unfortunate. I'm still getting my damage mitigation, though, whenever I use that ability. Spike traps, man. Watch out for them. They will be run enders. I can tell you that. They don't seem like much until you're fighting a lot of chaotic stuff. The gems that you're seeing me pick up right here, those are used for a couple different things. Nothing too huge from what I've seen so far, so you can spend 100 of them to respec in between runs. So we got kind of an interesting layout over here. The end of this path should have a chest, I think. At least it did last time. The gems have a couple of different uses, though. You can use them to respec in between runs. You can also use them on in between. There's transfer levels, basically, or transitional levels. After you beat the boss, there's going to be a big hall that you go into. And inside the big hall, there's going to be a number of altars. The gems are used for increasing your weapon stats and also doing other things inside that big hall. But you don't really spend your way through them from what I've seen so far. I haven't really been hurting for gems the entire way through the game. Where's my map at? I need to figure out exactly where we're at right now. So the enemy's that way, but I still haven't gone up this path over here. Like, you don't really get XP or anything, but the little things like HP increases and whatnot, you're not going to want to miss them when the game gets harder. Like, sincerely, the game is going to get a lot tougher than this. Once you start getting to later biomes, the game really starts to break out all the stops. Get him with the shield bash. We got a weapon right there on a spike pit. I'm just going to break it for cash real fast. Quality of life that I was talking about, if you walk for too long, it puts you into sprint mode. You can't be in sprint mode while you're in combat, but sprint mode, it'll help you get around. It basically doubles your run speed. Helps you get around the map a little bit faster, just in case you're having to backtrack, because the game will make you backtrack from time to time. There's also teleporters that you'll see around that will allow you to instantly move throughout the dungeon. Instant transmission, just zoop, it'll take you to any other teleporter that you've seen so far, which can also be helpful. What are we up against? A lot of slimes. Okay. Please don't shoot me right now. I'd rather not get shot today. You guys got lit on fire. Very nice. Oop, almost had to block that one. What's in the next pack? Let's do the big old ground slam right there. It looks like we stunned the elite. So that's going to buy us a little bit of breathing room. I don't remember exactly what this guy does. I think he has like a big ground stop thing that he does. He's stunned right there. Let's get him. I don't think I took a hit right there, so I think we're all right, and there's our demon chest. We've got a sword and shield that we're just going to sell off because it's not that good for us. We've got a little bit of HP missing, a little bit of mana missing. I'm going to spam my ability real fast, then pick up all these mana potions just to get my mitigative shield all nice and tuned up. And then what you got hidden for me back here? You got anything good? You got anything spicy? Looks like we've got a steel chest, so that might be something. We've got +6 attack on that sword and shield, and it gives us a windmill attack. I'm going to go for it. Let's go ahead and take it, and then we'll sell our old one. The stun was nice. Why am I crackling lightning right now? Is that on my new weapon? We have a static field. We cast chain lightning every 2 seconds, channeling damage to 2 enemies, doing 60% of our base damage per shock. Nice. I'll probably hold on to this for a little while then. I loves me a little bit of piece of passive damage right there. God of War. For 10 seconds, reduce damage taken, gain immunity to control, and increase your movement speed and your attack speed. Is that an ultimate? It is an ultimate skill. My current ultimate skill is what, a whirlwind? Yeah, I'll probably go for that one then. Cool. So now we've got 2 abilities we can play around with. One from our weapon, and also... Oh, I guess I never picked up an ultimate in the first place. We got lots of gold to go around, so I'll take the HP boost too. I've got way better HP this run than I had on my last run. I was going into Act 2 with like 100 HP last time. This is the good stuff. Chest, what you got for me? A little bit of cash money and a sword and shield that I'm not that interested in because it doesn't make me hit harder. I'm a simple man. I see higher number in damage slot, I take higher number. More HP and an upgrade book. Let's upgrade our ultimate because that's giving us a full 3 more seconds on our ultimate, which I think will be very, very nice to have. But other than that, I don't think there's anywhere left to go except for the exit gate. So let's head there. I think that was just... Oh, no, we're on the 3rd level right now. So we're going to have to fight a boss right here. Whew, let's get frosty. This boss can be kind of heavy. Oh, there's 3 of them. Even better. All right, get him with the big slash right there. Ow. Okay. Poke's going out. Yeah, you gotta, like, kind of space these guys. They can be a little bit of a problem. There we go. Get in there with the big slash, dodge the poke, and then it looks like they gave us an upgrade book. Let's upgrade the ultimate one more time for even more ultimate. And then we gotta fight a boss. I don't know if the boss is the same every time. I guess we'll find out. We've got a weapon upgrade bench over here. We'll go ahead and upgrade that to level 5 because it gives us 10 more damage. Over here, this will unlock a talent for our character, so that's good. And then this guy right here is health and mana, and then into the arena we go to square off against Big Dog over here. Okay, so it's the same boss every single time. Gotcha. See if I can just, like, whittle off some damage on him real fast. Oh, he got the death ray. Okay, all right. He got the upset tummy. He needs a little bit of Pepto-Bismol. Ow. The good news there was we didn't take that much damage from it. Let's see if we can stay in on him. I should probably block. That's probably what a smart person would do. Yeah, blocking. Blocking's going to be our way through this. Ooh, we got the perfect parry right there, too, but he can't be staggered. Gotcha. Okay. Nice little batch of hits. A little bit of a hit right there. Ow, took that one, though. Ate that one straight to the cheeks. He's going to go in for that. We're going to get a couple swacks off. Keep blocking. We've got our ultimate ready to go, so I say we pop it, and we go into God mode. Oh, he went into rage right when we did it. He does have a different rage attack each time you go through, though, which is kind of interesting. Wow, we take, like, no damage in God mode. I got no mana left, though. Mana's going to be a problem here. When I block, it deducts from my mana. Okay. All right. All right. All right. A little hot and heavy right now. Oh, I got no mana. Come on. Give it to me. Ow. Ow. I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling right at the end. There we go. Drop him real fast. I wish half my health wasn't gone, but that's the way she goes sometimes. Animation needs to be a little bit tighter right there for him dying. It was a little bit flash gamey. We've got a dragon heart. We've got a bunch of gems. A little bit of mana. A little bit of health. Definitely take that. Upgrade my HP. Sword and shield isn't any good. So we'll go ahead and sell it off for cash, and it's on to the next biome. Into the next biome we go, and it looks like we're fighting a bunch of ent folk out here. There we go. Knock that guy. Oh, my God. Okay, so apparently he has, like, little bush children. Gotcha. Happens to the best of us, man. Sometimes you just lose sight of the goal and end up with a bunch of bush children. I want you dead. Anything that charges me, I want dead. There we go. Get them with the whirlwind right there. These little guys on the walls, too, they fire bullets that are kind of hard to see. And so they are the #1 thing that damages me in these little scrums. They've got bullets that can be kind of hard to visually confirm. You see them right there. I don't know what's on the other side of that pillar, but I'm going to kill it. There we go. There's the good stuff. Ow, I got hit by something. Oh, it's you. Yeah, I'm getting whooped on a little bit right now. I'm not having the best day in the dungeon at the moment. Hopefully one of these little guys will drop like a health potion or something. There we go. That's the good stuff. Nice and tight little hack and slashy game, though. From the perspective and the animation style, I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. But whoever put this together knows what they're doing. Like, they've put together a really solid hack and slash roguelite RPG. It's enjoyable to play. I'm interested in testing out the other characters too, because I found when you play as a ranged character, the game's a little bit slower paced, and I think it loses something. That having been said, though, oh, I've got another paladin bubble over here. Okay, I'll take that. Yep. Sounds like the plan to me. Sell that off. What are you guys trying to... Is there something underneath the blood over there? I don't even know what was trying to get me. There we go. Got him knocked out, and we're hitting for funny meme number now. Yeah, come on out of your little... Come on out of your little plant skin right there. Come on out of your little shell. I tried to block right there, but I was a little late. All right, so what do we have here? We've got stun lock enemies more easily. Yeah, definitely. I'll take that. We've got an all-around upgrade right there, which I'm just going to dive straight on into, because why not? We've got a little bit of an upgrade right here. Let's give ourselves more cash from hitting enemies in the face. I feel like we've been getting good dividends off of that lately. Cool. We got a gem out of that one, so that's nice. But the game's solid. As I was saying, the game is really solid. I don't really have any complaints about the title. I think that everything here is arranged well. It's a fast-paced hack-and-slash RPG that's fun to play. It's got 5 different characters. All of them are implemented. I've played 2 of them so far. On this run, I will unlock the 3rd, which is a rogue who has, like, daggers. And then there's also a samurai, and there's, like, a wizard, I think. So there's a paladin, there's a druid ranger type combo, there's a rogue, there's a samurai, and there's, like, a paladin. And that's what I've seen. I'm sorry, there's a wizard. So that's what I've seen so far. None of it says that it's coming later on in early access. I think there's probably, like, some missing metagame elements as of right now. And in fact, I may just throw right here to show you the metagame elements. Maybe I'll just let them eat my face. So after every run, you're going to unlock stuff based on how far into the game you got. We just got rune stones. It looks like we got some talent points. And so the metagame progression right now, that's the new character that we just unlocked. I think the art is really well done in this game, too. It's really good-looking art. We've got talent trees over here where you put talent points in. There's not very many of them as of right now. I'm going to max out attack enhancement to see if anything happens right there. And it looks like you can't take it any further. And so there's not a lot of metagame progression right now, but every character has rune slots. You take these in on runs with you. The runes will do different stuff, and they are for different characters based on their coloration. And so I think for the druid lady, she's got the red ones maybe. Or maybe it's just specific to skill. I don't know. It looks like he can use it, so his time on his block is longer. When you evade, you get a magical bomb. You can get duplicates, and you can also get rares of these that drop along the way, and you get 3 slots that you can put on each character pre-run to customize your build and sort of build in a certain direction. I think they probably have a little bit more metagame to put on in there, whether it be in the form of, like, upgrading these runes or combining these runes to kind of get, like, perfect combos and things like that. The metagame layer, to me, is the thing that stands out as being a little bit thin right now. But the good news is they've already got all the characters implemented. They've already got enough maps to eat up a couple hours worth of runs pretty easily. And so they've got plenty of breathing room to do all that stuff because everything in the game feels really good right now. I don't really have any complaints. The game is fun if you like hack and slash games. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, it was Shadow of the Depth. Tomorrow to be something else. Thanks for hanging out with me, and that's about all I've got for you. Take care, folks, and I'll see y'all later.